The Cost of Discipleship, Radical Sacrifice, Part 1. Part 1, The Great Deception, Why the Church Stays Silent. Let's be honest. Modern Christianity has sold you a lie. For the last 40 years, the dominant narrative in many Christian circles has been that faith leads to more, not less. We've been told that God wants you to be rich, healthy, and successful. This prosperity gospel, hangover, has created a generation of believers who expect God to serve them, not the other way around. But here is the conflict. Teaching radical sacrifice directly contradicts the prosperity gospel that many churches built their empires on. To teach the true cost now would be to dismantle the very foundation of their current success. The church has unwittingly adopted the business model of the modern marketplace. In a consumer economy, you sell what the customer wants, not what they need. People walk through the door looking for comfort, healing, and a blessed life. They do not walk in looking for a crucible that demands they lose their career, status, or safety. So, what happens? Preachers become content creators. If the sermon is too heavy, the customer feels uncomfortable and leaves. The metric of success becomes attendance numbers and giving, not spiritual depth. The church has become a service station for the soul rather than a boot camp for the kingdom. And then there is the fear of bad PR. Radical sacrifice looks like madness to the secular world. If a pastor preaches, you might lose your job for your faith, or you must forgive your enemies even if they sue you, the church looks like a cult. To maintain cultural relevance and avoid backlash, they soften the message of Jesus to make it palatable. This is exactly what Paul warned us about. For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but according to their own desires, because they have itching ears, they will heap up for themselves teachers, and they will turn their ears away from the truth, and be turned aside to fables. 2 Timothy 4 verses 3-4. They are heaping up teachers who tell people what they want to hear. They are turning away from the truth because the truth threatens their social license to operate. And look at the lack of viable models. Most pastors today have never actually lived the life they preach. They are educated, comfortable, well-respected. Some have a six-figure salary, a nice house, and a ministry building. They have never faced persecution, lost their livelihood, or been ostracized. How do you preach about losing everything when you have everything to lose? It feels like a lie to the congregation. They stick to safe theology, grace, faith, and love, because those are the only things they can authentically testify to without exposing their own lack of radical commitment. Paul didn't have a ministry building. He lived the life he preached. Are they ministers of Christ? I speak more foolishly, but I am more so, in labors more abundant, in stripes above measure, in prisons more frequently, in deaths often, in weariness and toil, in hunger and thirst, in fastings often, in cold and nakedness. 2 Corinthians 11 verses 23-27. Paul didn't preach from comfort. He preached from scars. Jesus didn't care about public relations. If the world hates you, you know that it hated me before it hated you. If you were of the world would love its own. Yet because you are not of the world, but I chose you out of the world, therefore the world hates you. John 15 verses 18 to 19. If the world loves your church, you aren't preaching the gospel, you're preaching a mirror of their own desires. The bottom line of part 1, we have a church that has traded the cross for comfort, the truth for attendance, and the disciple for a consumer. They have silenced the message because it threatens their empire. But the silence doesn't change the truth. Jesus didn't die to make Christianity comfortable, he died to make you holy. So, if the system won't tell you, what does the reality of this sacrifice actually look like? How do you actually live a life of daily denial? That is where we go next in the Cost of Discipleship, Radical Sacrifice, Part 2.
Thank you for spending this time with me. If this message of wisdom spoke to your heart today, I invite you to like this video. It helps this truth reach others who are lost in the noise. Please subscribe and hit the bell, so you never miss a new survival guide for your journey. We are building a community of truth, and I want you here with us. And if you know someone who is struggling, share this with them. You might just be the one to point them toward the light. I'll see you in the next video. Stay sharp, walking wisely, guard your heart, and walk in the freedom of the cross.